Is it worth the anxiety, man? Is it? I'm staying single. Swear, I would never be in another relationship. I don't understand why a man would even want to be in a relationship. To pass on your bloodline or to be, in a sense of being married to somebody. But who the hell is trying to get married now? Like I said, who can you trust, man? You can't trust no one. It's good. It's kind of, you know what I done figured out? It's two type of married men. You have the dudes who are, I would say, have status, wealth, and you have regular dudes. And they're two different categories, not just because of the economic aspect of it, but the power dynamics. The average dude is miserable in his relationship. That's what I really believe.
I'm not going to disagree with this gentleman on that. The average dude probably is miserable in his relationship, but the average dude is miserable with or without the relationship. The question is he more miserable in the relationship than he is out of the relationship? And the answer to that scientifically is he's more miserable outside of the relationship. So I disagree on that note. If you're trying to sell it like men don't need to be in relationships or men don't want to be in relationships because they're miserable, I call cap on that. If that's what you're trying to say, which I think that's what it is, because you guys don't actually know any of the science behind any of this stuff. And you just be up here yapping. So I wouldn't expect you to know it. But most men are miserable, way more miserable outside of a relationship. Divorced men, they unalive their families, they unalive themselves. The likelihood that they commit suicide really, really high. The likelihood, I mean, I'm saying compared to men who aren't recently divorced, men who are single. We already know about the incels. Incels are the most dangerous group of men on the face of the planet. Science has proven this over and over and over again. I don't know what to tell you. Like we all know that men without women are extremely miserable, but to be honest, men are miserable overall, right?
Don't let these niggas fool you. Y'all niggas miserable, man. You know what I done figured out? And this is why I say it's two types of married men. If you have the bag, some status, wealth, she gonna fall in line. She gonna follow your protocol. You know, at least initially. All bets are off. If she decide to file for a divorce, you screwed.
Hmm.
That's why it's not smart for a man that you've been alone for X amount of time and you work your way up, build yourself up, and then she come along.
She can't take half your money. If you've already built the wealth, she can't take half the money that you already have prior to the marriage. You know what I mean? It's the clock starts when she comes into the marriage. But you guys don't know the laws, you don't know science. Um, I just want to clock the fact that he openly is admitting that when men make the money, they are financially abusive to the women. Listen, tell me that's not what he's alluding to, right?
If you have the bag, some status, wealth, she gonna fall in line. She gonna follow your protocol.
What does that mean? What does that mean? When this is what I say about men all the time, and I've ran prompts where I said men don't actually want to be providers. They just want to be able to financially abuse their spouse. What is he saying right now? If you make enough money, she's gonna fall in line with your program, aka you're gonna be able to run all over her, and she won't do much until
You know, at least initially. All bets are off. If she decide to file for a divorce, you screwed.
so you can financially abuse her until you can't. And then when you can't anymore, you're screwed because she's probably going to file for divorce. And in his mind, he thinks takes half his shit, and she can't even do that if he already built up himself. But anyways, and if she was with him the whole time, then it's half her shit. She earned it. It's her money. It's half her money. But anyways, um, yeah, I love how y'all will just say this right? And if you read the comments, they like nothing but truth, bro. That number. Okay, so you don't disagree. Y'all did not correct that man when he just said that. Yeah, if you make enough money, your woman will go along with your program. Your woman will go along with your program until she doesn't, until she gets sick of the abuse and she divorces you. I'm just filling in the gaps. So let's play it out. The woman will be forced to go with your program because you will financially control the situation until she gets so sick of it that she'll eventually divorce you. That's what he just said. And the men in the comments are like, yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. He's right, brother. I'm tired of y'all gaslighting me. I'm tired of y'all gaslighting me acting like the thing that I'm saying ain't what most men think or or how most men function when they got money, when they whatever. When they don't got money, this is what most men want. This is what most men want. Most men who don't have money, this like men like him, broke men like him. I could tell by his blinds, he broke. So broke men like him, they idealize that relationship, that dynamic. They want that dynamic. They want a woman to be financially dependent on a man. And if the man makes enough money, right, then he will be able to run his program, AKA run all over that woman. That's what he wants for the women and for the men until the woman gets sick of it. I'm not making this up. Y'all be saying the quiet part out loud all the time.
That's why it's not smart for a man that you've been alone for X amount of time and you work your way up, build yourself up, and then she come along. I couldn't trust it. I need some Savannah type shit, and
You old. Savannah, you old. What are you talking about? Savannah met LeBron when they was in high school, brother. You are 3 times older than a high school student. You old. You don't get a Savannah. You still building? You old. You still building? You're still building. That's what you're telling me? You're done. It's never getting built. That house is never getting built. Pull the permits. It's not getting built, sir. Get the rest of the lumber back to the lumber yard. You're not building that house, brother. It's a wrap.
But anyway, as far as so if you have wealth status, she will fall in line. Not to say they not divorcing rich men too, but if you a regular dude, the average dude, she's running that shit. That's what I've noticed. I see men that are in the grocery store or just out and about, trailing behind their women, pushing the kid, pushing the baby carriage or carrying the bags, just looking defeated, man. And I figured it out, man. The average dude that's married or in a real relationship, y'all have been emotionally castrated. If you are in love with a woman, yeah, she has emotionally castrated you.
What does that mean? Are you going to explain? I'm going to give him a chance to explain. I haven't seen it. I don't know if he's going to elaborate on that. My feeling is he's not, because I don't think he knows what it means.
Y'all be so afraid to go against her, you know what I'm saying? If she get upset. It's a co-worker told me, we get to talking about cars. This dude says, yeah, man, that's nice. I was going to cop one of them, but, old girl, and she ain't having it. What? Like, nigga, grow a pair, man.
These be the dudes that be keeping the men that because he wants to think that those men are miserable. And here's what's happening in these situations. Because I've been in these situations many a times. I've been a dude that's been like, yeah, my wife ain't going for that. And they don't understand that I don't care. Like, I'm not like sad about that. I'm not like, man, I really wanted to. Like, it's not like that. But anyways, it's partially to blame of the man that, the married man in the situation. What he really should be saying is, I wanted to make a decision that probably wouldn't have benefited my family. My wife helped me understand how it wouldn't benefit us. And we both decided together that it wouldn't be smart for me to move forward making that decision. That's not what we say. Instead, to gain the cool points, we go, yeah, wifey ain't cool with that. To make it seem like we still wanted it. And that's where these niggas get it twisted. They think that we don't understand what our wives were telling us. They think that we didn't actually come to an agreement. They think our wives cracked the whip and was like, nope, don't do that. Like, that's not what happened. I said I wanted to get a Chevy Corvette, but I got 2 fucking kids. And my wife was like, dummy, you can't put the kids in the back seat. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. I'm not going to get a Corvette. That's what happened. I had a Frank the Tank from what's that movie called? Old School. I had a Frank the Tank moment. Remember when Frank the Tank got married and then he started to, have his midlife crisis or whatever? Like, I had a little midlife crisis. I'm not saying about me. This didn't happen to me, but I'm saying, like, in this scenario, I had a little midlife crisis. I wanted to get the Camaro. I wanted to get the sports car, whatever it was. And my wife was like, are you sure about that? Like, how was that beneficial to the family? And that's if the situation is nice. Sometimes men be so selfish, you done did 9 or 10 consecutive selfish things, and she'll stop you on the 10th one when it's like, nigga, that's too much. My guy, that's too much. That's where the buck stops. And then you have a conversation with an idiot like this, and you pass it off as like your wife is a slave driver. And here we go. Now he's telling your story.
What is that? And I understand why I'm single now, man. I ain't happy.
You understand why you're single now?
And it's not an ego thing. It's not a control thing.
It's 100% an ego and a control thing. You've already stated it earlier. Go along with my program. You already said it. You don't get to play it off now.
It's a having a pair thing.
It's ego.
Don't be afraid for your lady to be upset with you. You niggas.
Why would I want my lady to be upset with me?
Because it's so soft now, man.
Yeah, I'm soft with my woman. Absolutely, like I should be. Why would I be hard with my woman?
She cop an attitude or she, y'all get shook.
Yeah, because I don't want to upset the woman that's making me happy. I don't want to disrupt the person that's making my life fucking exciting and fun. Why would I want to upset that person?
That happy wife, happy life shit.
Yeah, I believe in that.
That means you are miserable. That's
no. It's not what it means. My wife's happiness makes everybody happy. She makes me happy. When my wife is happy, she makes me happy, and she makes my kids happy. She makes everybody happy. She's happy. She makes me happier. She makes my kids happy. I'm not miserable. It's not an either or. But the funny thing is that that's the other thing. I just clocked it. He thinks, he knows that his happiness resides in her misery. So he thinks it goes the other way. He thinks, oh, it must be if she's happy, I'm miserable, because if I'm happy, she's miserable. But I don't ever want to be miserable. So fuck her happiness. That's what he thinks. Got you. Okay, so he's projecting. We got it.
That's what that means. Translation. Y'all ever used to wonder what the hell that even mean? Happy wife, happy life. Like, what? What is that? It means whatever she wants, she get. And if she don't get it, you know what that means. You getting a cold shoulder. You ain't getting no cooch, And she got you by the grow a pair, man. But y'all niggas miserable. Y'all know y'all miserable.
You want us to be miserable so bad because you clearly miserable. Your house look boring. Shit don't look cute. Look at it. Your decor is trash. You live in a 1-bedroom, maybe a 2-bedroom apartment for your kids to come visit on the weekends. You miserable, nigga. I'm not. I'm happy.
The anxiety. Because every time, all y'all do is worry about whether she being faithful or not.
What?
Don't lie.
What? Who? Who worried about that? I ain't worried about that shit. I've having not one day in my 18-year relationship with my wife have I ever thought if she was unfaithful. Not one. I'm not even joking. Like not even a minute of a day. I've never thought about it. It's never even crossed my mind.
You spend most of your time wondering about, things like that. Is she cheating on me?
Projection. She's worried about him cheating because he is a cheater. So he thinks she's worried about him cheating. I mean, so he thinks that men worry about women cheating. We don't. Most of us don't. If you're smart, you don't. Right? If you're smart, you're not worried about your woman cheating. If men were so worried about women cheating, we would catch women cheating more. Wouldn't we? Make it make sense, y'all, because y'all love to say women more sneaky. No, women aren't more sneaky. Men are less perceptive. Women aren't more sneaky. Men are less perceptive. But men don't men don't pay attention to women cheating because most men aren't fucking worried about their woman cheating.
Is it worth the anxiety, man? Is it? I'm staying single. I would never be in another relationship. I don't understand why a man would even want to be in a relationship. To pass on your bloodline or to be, in a sense of being married to somebody. But who the hell is trying to get married now? Like I said, who can you trust, man? You can't trust no one. Are regular people still getting married, really? Because look at the way these celebrities, people of wealth, their marriages falling apart, women leaving these men, taking half of their shit, take the kids, Men are not trying to get married anymore. They not, man.
Men are trying to get married more than women nowadays. You're wrong again.
Stay single. And but that only works if you are disciplined with your semen. Because if you out here, it amounts to the same thing. If you're knocking chicks up left and right, you've given away your power and your control. Because even if you want to move on, they're gonna be in your pockets and they're gonna use.
You don't need to tell men that because men are the ones who trap women with babies. Women don't want women wouldn't have the baby with the man if she knew the man was gonna be like you. Right? It's the men that lie and manipulate and mask until they get the child so that they can be tethered to that woman forever. You don't need to tell the men that. I don't care what the men say in the comments. Yeah, I'm trying to de-discipline it. And he trying to get a girl pregnant so he can always have access to that woman.
It's the kid to make your life hell. Stay single. Young men, stay single. Focus on your purpose. Get your money, man. Don't waste your time and energy and money messing around with these females. Because like I said, when you're younger, who the hell is staying in a relationship 20, 40 years? You're going to meet
me. I met my wife when I was 24.
People and they come and go. Do not get emotionally attached to these women because that's when they have you, man. That's when they got you by the balls, and you especially if you a tender nigga and you just, I don't know if it be emotions or y'all just tender. Y'all don't want somebody else to have them because a lot of y'all be miserable. I could see it in your eyes, man. I could see it in your eyes. Anybody can see it in your eyes.
This miserable man calling other men miserable is crazy.
Your whole energy, you're defeated. You're walking around with your head down. You know what I'm saying? She got your balls in her hand. Like, come on, man. But hey, to each their own, man. But be honest. You're miserable. You are. But you're stuck. You're trapped. Especially if y'all have kids.
Why are you trapped? People get divorced every day. How the divorce rate so high? if I'm trapped, why the divorce rate so high?
Niggas don't be wanting to break up their family, man. They will stay in a miserable relationship.
Bullshit. Then why do they cheat so much? Why do they lie so much? If they don't want to break up their family, why don't they ever listen?
A lot of men, when they know it's no love there, she may even be sliding. You may be. A lot of men will stay in them relationships for their kids because they know upon divorce, they risk, with the way these child custody laws and shit, a lot of men stay in miserable relationships, and you could tell their soul is being sucked out of.
A lot of men create miserable relationships and they stay in the relationships, but it's because they like the misery. They like the misery.
You know what I'm saying? And not in a pleasurable way. It's like she's torturing you. She's going to, punish you for not being who she actually want to be married to. You a stand-in. I'm sorry, man. Most regular dudes in these relations, you are a stand-in, bro.
He's hitting all the red pill talking points. Stand in. You got to worry about her cheating. She's going to take half your money. You got to just focus on your purpose. You have bingo. Red pill bingo. We hit it. We filled up the card, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? It be these women always have these crushes, celebrity crushes. And you know what I'm saying? Run this by your woman. Ask her if she got a celebrity crush. Don't come at her like on some police shit. Just in a joking, you know what I'm saying? Like casual type of way. Ask her if she got a celebrity crush and who it is. And, I guarantee you a stand-in. But, and she going to make you pay for that. She going to suck your soul out of you. And,
we love soul suckers. Wait, what kind you talking about? Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. He talking about something different. My fault.
Pretty much make you suffer for not being the individual she really want to be married to. A lot of you average niggas, man, let me tell you something. For real. You think she in love with you. Do you really think these women love us?
Yes. If they didn't, they wouldn't deal with us at all, because what woman would deal with a man like you? Like what? If it wasn't love.
And this is just being real, man. It's a chemical, biological thing going on with women. When they find you attractive, you got certain qualities they find attractive. That's a chemical reaction, man.
Projection, he talking about himself.
It's not love, bro. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas can be married to a woman for 10 years, 20 years, and then one day it's just like overnight she changed, fall out of love with you overnight.
And that doesn't happen. They've been out of love. He wasn't listening. She was telling that nigga the whole time he wasn't listening. And then when she tells him, he goes, it came out of nowhere. Damn, y'all are so predictable. Y'all say the same stupid stuff, and no wonder men keep suffering and men keep falling in the same traps that we set for ourselves. It's men like you. This is the face of why men are single. This is the face of why men are miserable, in a relationship, because he lying to them. Men like him, they lie to y'all.
And you ain't doing nothing no different than what you ever done. And all of a sudden, she talking about she don't love you anymore. She never loves you. You know what I'm saying? Women don't feel love like men. They don't, man. They think they do. They think it's chemical, man. Maybe it's all chemical. But when a man, and any man that ever loved a woman, I ain't talking about you got to be in, but if you love someone, you want the best for them, whether you with them or not. Women, hell no, man. If y'all shit and she fucking hates you. 9 out of 10 women hate you. It don't matter how good you were to her in that relationship. You ain't with her anymore. She wish you hell. Women don't really be loving men out here, man. It's that vibe. So if you have something that you can offer her to benefit her, you can make her feel, like I said before, you have to be able to make her feel something that no other man can, or provide something that no other man can that will make her be loyal and faithful. It ain't about being in love, though. I don't believe in that shit, but I do believe a lot of men fall in love and y'all miserable because you fell for the woo-woo. You start loving her, and now she got you in a position where, you can't think right. You don't even want to eat. You don't want to work out and do the shit you used
Bro, men don't even know how to love. We created the concept of love, right? To fool women, but we don't actually know how to love. Like, we can't do it. We don't know how to execute it. What are you yapping about? Men are trash at love. We're terrible at it. We don't know what to do.
to do and kick it no more because shit ain't going right with her. And you just down in the dump. You just all the way down, you know, all caught up in your emotions.
Jeez.
And a lot of y'all flat out just tender. You don't want the next man to have that. But
Sounds like you're objectifying that woman and you're thinking that she's your property, and that's why you don't want the next man to quote unquote have that. Correct? So what do we learn, class? That men are we're just out here lying to other men, and this is why men are single, and this is why men can't be happy in relationships because of men like that. And you see how the good old boys club functions, right? He even said it. Oh, I was talking to this married dude, and he was like, oh, the old ball and chain. She wouldn't go for that. And he was like, what? Nigga, grow some balls. And then he go back home, and now he's telling his, he trying to stand up for himself. He called himself standing up for himself. Hey, no more of that. We gonna get the Corvette. And she go, okay, fuck it. Then you get the Corvette, and then she checks out more. She's disgusted even more. Then he says he's gonna do the next fucking stupid thing, and she goes, I don't think we should do that. And you go, hey, I'm gonna do it. All right, cool. Then by the 15th, she go, all right, cool. She pack her bags and leave. And then this dummy going, she left you? Oh man, you didn't see that coming. Oh, these women, they just be changing like the sun, like the weather. Men, stop listening to other men, bro. In general, men, stop listening to men. Men, stop listening to men. Men, stop. I'm gonna put the mantra out there. Stop validating men's feelings.